Well, good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Walter here. As we look toward tonight, we are expecting mostly clear, warm and humid conditions. This will be similar to the weather we've seen over the last several nights. And then as we look toward the end of the week, we'll have limited rain chances along with the heat and the humidity. But the best part of the forecast will be the weekend. That's when we'll see temperatures no longer in the upper 90s and low 100s, but actually in the lower 90s with less humidity out there. But it still is hot this afternoon and into the evening. Here's a look at the planner just in case you're heading out to the pool. We're looking at temperatures in the low 90s as we head toward the 6 o'clock hour, and then we'll be in the mid 80s by 8 p.m. and we'll continue to cool off from there, and eventually overnight we'll be down into the upper 70s. But as we take a look at the alerts that are out there, most of the arc limits is under this extreme heat warning that will stay active through Thursday evening. In these areas, we're talking about feels like conditions near 110 degrees or even higher. So we will continue with dangerous heat across the arc limits, and we want you to take all the necessary precautions. So I'm going to take you through heat stroke and also heat exhaustion, and we'll focus first on heat stroke. As we think about heat stroke, if you start to have a throbbing headache, if you're not sweating, if you're dealing with red, hot, dry skin, all of that is showing signs of heat stroke. We're also talking about nausea, and if you start to feel like you want to vomit, all of that is signs that we're dealing with heat stroke, but also heat exhaustion. And as we notice additional clues, if you have an elevated heart rate, that will likely mean you're dealing with heat stroke, especially if you've been out in the heat for an extended period of time. In terms of heat exhaustion, we're looking at symptoms like being dizzy, also excessive sweating, cool, pale, clammy skin, and then also a rapid and weak pulse and even muscle cramps. All of that will let you know that you're dealing with heat exhaustion. But as we focus in on what's of greatest concern, which is heat stroke, definitely reach out to 911 if you're noticing these symptoms. For heat exhaustion, we want people to get under air conditioning, get hydrated, and take a cold shower. Those are some of the things you can do to really cool down from the intense heat. Here's a look at numbers now. We sit at 94 degrees. We have some limited cloud cover and rain activity around, so that's starting to cool us off just a touch. But over the last hour or so, we've seen temperatures at 99 degrees, and we already reached 100 degrees in Tallulah. Now they're sitting at 93 degrees again because of cloud cover and also some rain chances. Here's a look that feels like numbers. We're still above 100, even above 110 degrees here in the arc limits. So that heat is continuing to impact us. And as we track feels like temperatures going forward, we will be above 110 as we head through Thursday and Friday. But we notice a drop off into the weekend. That's a sign of cooler, drier air moving in. That will be behind a cold front that will start to bring us some temporary relief. It'll still be warm, but it won't be as warm as what we've seen. Now, here's a look at the futurecast. We're showing cloud cover toward 10 p.m., but we are expecting a lot of this cloud cover to dissipate. And then we may start out with a few passing clouds tomorrow morning, but we should be dry. And we'll notice temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. By the afternoon, we'll see temperatures reach back into the mid and upper 90s, but you'll notice the green on the map here and there. We do have the chance for more rain activity, but it shouldn't be anything widespread. It'll be similar to what we're experiencing now with a few spotty rain showers around. And then as we head toward Thursday evening, again, some wet weather out there, but it's really Friday. A cold front will sweep through, if not late Thursday into Friday morning, and that'll set the stage for drier air to move in. Take a look at temperatures toward Friday afternoon in El Dorado at 88 degrees instead of at 100, which is what they saw this afternoon. So let's talk about the forecast for tonight, because we do have some good news to show you in the 7-day. We'll talk more about that at 5 p.m. But in terms of tonight, we're going with mostly clear to partly cloudy. We'll see temperatures down to about 77 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures back to 100 degrees, watching for isolated showers, but the weekend is looking much better to be out and about. We'll talk all about it tonight at 5 p.m. on KNOE. Make sure to tune in then.